Oh, you have done it! Congratulations, you've won! You have stumbled into the most underappreciated live stream of the day. Today is Office Hours Day 114. I'm Brian Brushwood, and today we continue our quest to complete the journey of Scam School. What's Scam School? Well, that's what Scam School is all about. You see, Scam School was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Scam School is the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and today we journey back to the most pivotal show that I've ever done. We got through the first half yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. That was the show that put me on the map. The biggest, deepest, most public-facing performance I had ever done. We got halfway through it and then we left on a cliffhanger. So we go back to B-Sides in Brooklyn, New York in June 4th of 2008. But first, we have to say hello, howdy, and hi to all of the beautiful people here in the chat room. Hold on. All of these folks have earned their diamonds, their diamond wings. They got the right to flash the Diamond Club sigil, an insider insignia. It's a hyperlink for my mind that gets you straight in the front door and gets my full attention. And the way you earn it is quite simply by showing up. Hello, Jeff Mazar. Hello, Taylor Van Man. Hello, Nicholas George. Hello, Che. Hello, Princess Judith. Hello, Sixter 4157. Hello, Toralee 6581. We got folks coming in from 5 different channels. Scam School, Modern Rogue on YouTube. We've got Night Attack on Twitch. So help us, we have friends appearing from LinkedIn, where we put on our best. And of course, I think there's even folks from X. Allegedly, all of that gets broadcast everywhere. So here's the way it's going to go. Just like we always do, we're going to watch the episode in its entirety, and then you guys are going to have questions as we move along. While you have those questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. We will walk through all of those. Let me just set the stage. First of all, this is at the peak time that Gary Vaynerchuk, is excited to join Revision 3. So we shot a bunch of promos. I think you're going to see the third of these promos that I make a cameo appearance in. And then we resume the show in progress. And I think that's all you need to know going into it. Outside of, there's only 2 pieces here, one of which I can't do anymore. It is not possible to do anymore. I'll explain that one. But for now, here, let's go ahead and dive in. We'll watch the entirety of episode 15 of Scam School, special edition, Brian's Bizarre New York Magic Show, part 2.
Hey everybody, it's Gary Vaynerchuk, and I'm really excited to be on Revision 3 starting June 23rd. Some of the things you'll expect from Wine Library TV is we're gonna expand your palette, try different things, look at different regions, but most of all, we're gonna look at wrestling, the Jets, Thundercats, Strawberry Short.
Okay. Remember what we talked about?
I'm sorry, a little less thunder.
You're kind of, more sunshine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Some of the things you can expect from me are expanding your palette, but what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna bring Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. And I'm coming to Revision 3. Thunder! Shut your trap. Ah! Yeah, I would never play with this. I need a corkscrew. You know what I'm flying? The people's elbow.
This episode of Scam School brought to you by GoDaddy.com. So here's the thing. As much as I love doing all the freaky stuff, sticking nails in my eyes, that kind of thing, the problem with doing all that weird stuff is that nobody wants to hire those guys to do birthday parties. And I don't know if you know this, but when it comes to magic, there's really only one place to make money, and that's at kids' birthday parties. So I was like, what could I do to make money in that market? And then one day it hit me.
and I put together this new routine. This is not normally the kind of magic I would do, but I want to tap into where the real money is. So it's a little outside my normal style, but I want you to forgive me. Pretend we're at a kid's birthday party show, because with any luck, this new routine should make me rich in the lucrative world of children's entertainment. Here we go. What, we don't have any music? That's so not children's music. That's a children's rave. All right, here we go. I think do we have music? Here we go, right here. A little bit more volume on both these. Here we go. There we go. I have a special friend. He lives inside this house. His name is Mr. Happy Pants. Now, Mr. Happy Pants is awfully shy, but just maybe we could get him to come visit. First, we'll have to make him feel extra loved. So on the count of 3, I want all of you guys to say, "Hi, Mr. Happy Pants." And just maybe he'll come visit. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Greetings, children. For 4,000 years I roam the outer world. You shall know the name of fear, and that name shall be Mr. Happy Pants.
Hello, Mr. Happy Pants. I understand you're going to do some magic for the children.
It is true. I shall summon forth my dark powers upon the stage, so that you shall know the true meaning of evil.
Who's clapping for evil? Are you gonna do that all by yourself, Mr. Happy Pants?
No, I require a victim.
Mr. Happy Pants, we say volunteer in magic. I'm sure you mean volunteer.
Bring your sacrifice now.
All right, we need a girl. Are there any girls? We got one other girl. Come on up here. Let's give her a huge round of applause as she joins me up here on stage. It always kind of freaks me out when girls actually want to meet Mr. Happy Pants. That didn't sound right. We could just stand right over here. We could just stand on this side right over here. My name is Brian. What's your name? Raven. Mr. Happy Pants. Raven is all yours.
Raven. Look into the eyes of Mr. Happy Pants. You're powerless to resist the will of Mr. Happy Pants. Reach into the box and remove the object from within.
All right, there you go. Let me grab that there. Good job, Raven. Let me grab this. There you go. Now, Mr. Happy Pants needs you, Raven, to reach forward and point to the center of Mr. Happy Pants' chest. I said plants. That's Mr. Happy Plants. The center of his chest where you could definitely feel flesh. I mean, that's not exactly his chest you're going for. Although I'm sure he appreciates it. That was Mr. Very Happy Pants. That's it. All right, right there, I want you to feel above, below, and all around that spot. Yeah, make sure you feel my hand all the way around. Everything checks out. Thanks for pushing my hand into the needle. That was fun. All right, now, Mr. Happy Pants, it's time for your big children's magic debut.
Now, foolish mortals, you shall observe the incredible power of Mr. Happy Pants. Feel the chest of Happy Pants. Feel the rush. Feel the chest of. Do you feel flesh? Excellent.
Wait, but what was your name again? Raven.
Jackass. Raven, raise your hands above your head. All you in the audience, raise your hands above your head. All the way up, all the way up. Hands bow to Mr. Happy Pants.
All right, that's enough of that crap. Let's have a huge round of applause applause for Raven and Mr. Happy Pants. Hold on there, Raven. Don't go away. You actually did such a great job. I have a very special present for you. You did so well that you get the very rare, very limited edition, very much sought after I Love Mr. Happy Pants t-shirt for joining us up here on stage. Let's hear it for Raven. She did a great job. All right, let me ask you guys a question. Make some crazy, crazy noise right now if you have a cell phone with a camera built into it. Take them out, turn them on, hold them up. I want to see a sea of blue lights out there. How many got to hold them up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, now we're looking like a U2 concert. There we go. All right, here's what we're going to do. All of you guys get ready to use your camera phones. I'll explain why in a moment. And here's what we're going to do. How many of you guys have heard of something called EVP, electronic voice phenomenon? How many of you guys have heard of this? Only a few of you guys. Good. For those of you who haven't heard, something very weird is happening all over the world. Voices are showing up on tape recorders that are left running when nobody's in the room. Faces are showing up on televisions that are tuned to nothing but static. And to show you what this looks and sounds like, I went to some EVP websites and I got some examples of what are alleged to be actual ghosts caught on tape. This first one, there are 2 male researchers in the room, 2 men, but you hear a third voice, a female, ask a question. Listen closely. Let me get you to turn this up. It's hard to hear.
Are you alone?
Very clearly saying, are you alone, right?
That didn't work.
This next one takes place at a haunted hospital, and it's creepy because you hear a little girl. Very clearly saying, I'm sick, right? And it's not just voices, it's faces as well. In the middle of the television static, you might see an image like this, the image of what looks like a woman wearing a black hat from the 1800s. This next one to me looks like a grinning demon face coming out of the fog, very creepy stuff. And remember, these aren't Photoshop. People just snap pictures of this static and these faces show up. This one right here, by the way, to me looks like the face on Mars, if you've ever seen that image. Shadows are wrong. What is this, the Zapruder film? And by the way, this one to me looks like some white dude with an afro. Which brings me to this last image. This last image is a drawing of a guy named John Chambers. Guy was born in the late 1800s, died around 1964 up in New England, in Vermont to be exact. The couple who lives in the house he built report all manner of strange events. They were lucky enough to capture one of these happenings on videotape. This happened back in the 80s when people were using VCRs to record stuff off of television. They were watching TV when all of a sudden the signal went all crazy. I'm going to play the tape of what they saw, but I want you to watch it the way they saw it the first time, just with your eyes. Put your cell phones down. I'll tell you when you need them, but see if you notice anything weird here. Check it out. Now, just about everyone who sees that footage reports nothing unusual about it, but the couple who recorded it swear they happened by a random chance to snap a picture of that static, and when they got back to develop photo, they said they could see John Chambers trying to contact them through that static. So I want you to watch it again, this time through your cell phone camera. If you have a low light mode, put it in low light mode. Those of you in the back, use your zoom. Now remember, this is an experiment, so maybe you'll see something, maybe you'll see nothing at all. If you do see something interesting, I want you to snap a picture of it, make some noise, and hold up your camera so we know something's happening out there. And make sure to show me after the show, because no 2 phones seem to get the exact same image. Let's see what happens. What just happened? You saw something? What did you see? You saw a face? Who saw a face? Hands in the air if you just saw a face. Here's the thing. I tried this experiment at home using my cell phone and my television, and this is what showed up. This one right here. How many people saw that face inside their cell phone? Now here's the thing. People say you cannot see that face with the naked eye. They say it only shows up once you snap a picture of that static. But I've been told that once you've seen that face, you cannot unsee it. What I mean is, once you have that image burned into your mind, you will see it plain as freaking day if you play the tape backwards. So you know what you're looking for. It should be perfectly obvious. See if you can spot it in there. Here we go. Did you guys see it? It's subtle. guys. By the way, real quick, I got to tell you a story. Last year I did 6 weeks at Universal Studios in Orlando, headlining a show at their Halloween Horror Nights. And we did the show 5 times a night, and we always closed with the EVP. The first night, there's like 1,500 people in the auditorium, packed house. We get to the ghost part, and this kid, this like 14-year-old kid's come running down when I say, come down with your cell phones. He's at the front of the line, sitting right in front of me. He's got his big grin, and I'm telling the ghost story. He's like, oh, this is awesome. And then he pulls out his phone, and the ghost shows up. He's like, oh, this is the best trick ever, right? And then it gets to that part, and it goes, blah, and it goes pitch black, and I hear the kid right in front of me go, you suck. Sorry. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm Brian Brusher. Thank you guys so much. Take care, guys.
Now a quick word from the people who really are buying our drinks here at Scam School, GoDaddy.com. Get reliable, secure web hosting without the long-term contract. GoDaddy's hosting plans are bigger and better than ever with 99% uptime, free 24/7 support, and no annual commitment.
Tune in June 29th through July 5th to see GoDaddy girl Amanda Beard as she makes her bid for Beijing in the U.S. Swim Team Time Trials. Enter code SCAM2 when you check out and receive an additional $5 off any order of $30. Some restrictions apply. See site for details. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
You had the traditional magician action figure.
All right, kids, there's a big surprise in this hat.
Then you got the weirdo magician on the street.
Hey, watch this, watch. Pick a card, sir.
Now you need Brian Brushwood. Brian Brushwood. The #1 bizarre magician is now your #1 action figure. Yeah! Recreate his greatest escapes. Face the bed of nails. Impress your parents. And with the stage show action pack, you get fire eating, the human blockhead with real hammer action, and with the Mr. Happy Pants attachment, you're in charge.
Awesome.
Only Brian gives you the real bizarre magic experience.
Sayonara, hack.
The complete Brian Brushwood experience comes with everything you see here.
Not responsible for damage caused by Happy Pants laser vision. Not for use by pregnant women or women who may become pregnant. This product has been found by the state of California to cause brain damage in laboratory rats.
From Arlox.
Oh man, that was that moment that okay, lots to unpack here. First of all, let's start at the end. My heart was broken that there was some kind of codec compatibility issue. You can see it gets all mush-faced and everything on this part. The music, I recut the action figure sequence because the music that I had in there was like from a Mega Man remix game. And so instead, I actually used one of the alternate pitched themes for Scam School before one of the ones that didn't make the cut. Here, let me see if I can. You can hear that.
Now you need Brian Brushwood. Brian Brushwood. The #1 bizarre magician is now your #1 action figure.
So that actually ended up being, we would use that riff for the behind the scam stuff. But yeah, man, this is a lot. First of all, not for nothing, Production Brain, even back in 2008, this is a fine.
Yeah, I would never.
This is some fine lit, especially for the technology at the time. Look at this up close.
You got
when he drops the
people's elbow.
Look at that. That's a great shot. Look at that lighting and that depth of field. That looks straight out of a freaking movie. The color grading on there, 100%. Congrats. Well done. So that was one of the things about Revision 3 is that it was so freewheeling that oftentimes stuff would, you would have these incredible high marks on stuff that they were able to get great polish on, and then other stuff, I say they, but eventually I learned how to take over production entirely and move it to Austin, Texas. So I'll say we. I'll continue to say we. But the Mr. Happy Pants routine is a bit of a sneaky one in that I've never been able to crack more depth to it. I wish there could be more depth to it, but I don't know how that one-note joke, because there's already layers. At the core of it, you got to remember, it's a magic trick, and it's a very good magic trick, especially for the person who's on stage. It is genuinely surprising and overwhelming when the big demonic voice happens, and there's no question that they can feel the flesh of my palm all the time that it goes through. It's way good. So their amazement telegraphs. And then, of course, really, the joke of the Mr. Happy Pants itself can't go much farther beyond, let's prime you for okay, whatever it is, we know it's not going to be a kid show thing. We suspect it's going to be a sexual thing with the words Mr. Happy Pants. We were not expecting this overwhelming, booming, demonic voice. Whoops.
Did somebody say overwhelming demonic voice?
Yeah! Brian said it!
Yes, I did say it.
Yeah, making demonic voices is easy. You just did it by pressing a random button. It's a default setting on a mixer that you have.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, it wasn't always that way. It used to be a real big pain in the ass. And expensive, too.
Yeah, but it was worth it. It made the whole routine.
Yeah!
All right. Yeah, and then also there is that moment of bagging on David Blaine. David Blaine, of course, is the, he's the king, and it's the job of the court jester to punch upward towards the king. By the way, that is obviously a Guile Street Fighter character of me. That's a Lex Luthor that got painted. This was all done by Arlo Neal. Really good stuff.
Got the weirdo magician on the street.
Yeah, you can kind of see it's Lex Luthor if you look at it right. But I did kind of dig on his understated style. The fact that he can't be bothered to put on any show is just...
Hey, watch this. Watch. Pick a card, sir.
Now.
Oh, hell yeah. Eve Morgan, N1C, what the hell are you watching? You showed up just in time. We are on to episode 15 of Scam School, in which we revisit the phenomenon of Scam School. You'll be able to go back, watch the VOD at 1.5 speed. You'll get caught up. Yeah, you were not expecting Minoku for sure. Yeah, I sure do. I have Mr. Happy Pants, and I actually have a couple of backups for him. I was able to... That was originally released as a marketed effect by Michael Schwab called Voodoo Puppet Puncture, and it's great. And he would make each one by hand, and they were never the same. He would riff. Some would have multiple jagged teeth. Some would look this way or that way. So what I ended up getting, mine that became the iconic Mr. Happy Pants face, it is a one of a kind. And I asked them to make a couple of backups. Unfortunately, he didn't have that red material, so he made them out of a brownish material, so I haven't used them. At some point, you may see a very cleaned up Mr. Happy Pants, and then you'll know that it was time for me to replace that one. Brian Brushwood, Action Powers, too strong for Codex. Yeah, I guess we can see the original. If you look up on YouTube, all of these things are, as we fight the detritus of the overwhelming gray gooification, the abundance crisis continues. I think if you search for magician action figure commercial, yeah, and then my name, you'll find, I think this is the original posting of it. Let's take a look.
You had the traditional magician action figure.
All right, kids, there's a big surprise.
Also, this shirt that is, or this background, this curtain, this is one of my old show shirts that was kind of a vaguely spandexy material.
Then you got the weirdo magician on the street.
Hey, watch this. Watch. Pick your card, sir.
Now you need Brian Brushwood. The number one is.
So if you look in the background, you can see that there's just a spotlight, a lazy Susan, and a shirt dangled over there. The spell gets broken pretty quick.
Now your number one action figure. Yeah! Recreate his greatest escapes. Face the bed of nails. Impress your parents.
That's just my kitchen at the time, which you can see in the Food Network.
If you think that's amazing, with the stage show action pack, you get Fiery, the human blockhead with real hammer action. And with the Mr. Happy Pants attachment, you're in charge.
Awesome.
Other magicians are totally lame. Only Brian gives you the real bizarre magic experience. Sayonara, hack.
So at that point, like, you can actually see, I think you'll see the hand actually lighting it.
Sayonara, hack.
Yeah, there you go. You can just see my hand with the lighter there lighting it. And then the hand dance, it pulls away. You can see the detritus, the kipple from the other shoots.
The complete Brian Brushwood experience comes with everything you see here.
Not responsible for damage caused by Happy Pants laser vision. Not for use by pregnant women or women who may become pregnant. This product has been found by the state of California to cause brain damage in laboratory rats.
From Arlox.
Yeah, so I wonder if we'll get content ID'd. I didn't the first time, but I think that's a Mega Man menu music in the background. That would be back in the time before listening to any of that stuff was cool. Oh man, for those of you guys who don't know, Dez will eventually get to some Desra episodes coming up too. Here's the thing: if you guys ain't heard, there's a terrible tragedy happening, which is everybody's pressing the easy content button, and it's causing all of these. YouTube is behaving differently now, and so there's a recency bias. So anything that is old and classic is increasingly becoming hard to find. So we're making a daily habit of going live and going through the entire back catalog to keep the story going. What is that scene at the end of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome where the kids all gather and they tells the tale of Tomorrowland in order to keep the story alive? Des episodes? Almost. It almost works. Almost. We're almost there. Yeah, for those of you guys checking in on lag check, what we found is because we're outputting at 4K, there's a 15 to 20 second lag on YouTube. If you want the fast one, you know what I should do is I should have a graphic that just spells all of this out. Twitch.tv/Night Attack is where you can get the lowest lag experience. And in fact, we're rapidly approaching the segment where I stop trying to keep a show afloat. Because if you're here, congratulations. If you're here from the future and all you really wanted was to see that episode, congrats, we watched it. Now we're on to the part of the program where Brian is just going to increasingly fix up the studio and let you guys know what he's working on as we're working. So a new thing that we added yesterday is this guy over here, this over-the-shoulder guy. He's going to let us... Well, you know what? I could show him to you over here. This is kind of funny. Let me go to 2. Let's whip this on over here. Zap, zap, zap. There we go. This little guy right here gives us an over-the-shoulder view. Not so much for... Oh, I didn't realize I'd placed that wrong. But basically, right here, what we need is to illustrate. We're going to be coming up on episodes that we're going to want to revisit. and I'm going to want to be able to show you guys in real time what I would do different. There we go. So we'll need to... There we go. Boop, boop. Be able to do stuff like that. So soon what I'm hoping is that you guys will be able to turn in whatever you're working on, and whether it's a live interview or something, anything that we need to go through and do stuff real time, we'll be able to do right here on that spot. That'll be neat. Yow. Holy cow. YouTube lag is 24 seconds. Yeah. How long is the Twitch lag? No way. I'm not going back to Twitch. I'm not banned or anything. I just don't like the platform. I don't blame you. That is a great looking mat. I'm glad you mentioned that, Hawk Worley. In fact, it occurs to me that people in the audience might want to know how they can get such a thing. Arena. There we go. We call it the Rogues Arena. And it's available at scamstuff.com. That's gear for the mono rogue. Now, let me tell you, here's the thing I like about the Rogues Arena. If you're trying to command attention when you're performing, the hardest thing to do is to get people to commit. Especially if you're doing close-up magic, then oftentimes... I just love that the zoom in is the same size. The problem is, it's hard to be bent over, hunched over somebody else's space and get them to really pay attention and understand that what you're doing is you're bending time and space for their amusement. So, one way to do that is with a very big, very good close-up mat. So there used to be one that I had that was actually for some totally separate type of trick. But then when I found out that most close-up mats were itty-bitty, I was like, well, let's fix that. So we had to hire like manufacturers who work in textiles and normally in upholstery and have them custom designed. That is a rad deck of cards, and you can't believe how affordable they are. In fact, if you go to 110.scamstuff.com, you'll find out that they come for free as part of our 110% guarantee you will love this magic kit available right now. It's got it's $20, people. It's $20, and I'm the only person on the planet who offers a 110% money back guarantee on it. 4 tricks right out of the box, including an exceptional U.S. playing card company. I don't want to spoil exactly what's going on this deck of cards, but we can do a little thing that gamblers call going to the movies. Maybe you'll notice something. Oh. If you noticed anything, that's the thing that you noticed. They're available right now at 110.scamstuff.com. Okay, I read an agenda. We got stuff to do. Is this the part where we get the marketing bits? Don't know. That's up to you. You got to ask good questions, and we'll get back on track. When last we left on the streaming setup gear, I was trying to build out 2 different types of, how can I put it? 2 different configurations that I could easily switch between. There we go. That's too crazy angle. That's a Batman angle. There we go. But the idea is, unfortunately, I have to redo all of these with a different configuration on there. But I think we got it pretty well figured out. Except for there are... Oh, the focus thing. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll do that right now. Boo. Okay, so we'll do this. I'll change... make this one tiny quirk. Make this one quap. Go up to quap. Move her on over here so you guys can see this. Ow. There we go. Okay, so let me open up Stream Deck. There we go. And in Stream Deck, this guy is set up on this camera to manual focus, but on this one it is not, and I don't know why, so let's find out. So, yep, that's quirk, 22 quirk. That's the right one. Property autofocus on off. Autofocus on off, great. This one is quirk. Property should be manual focus -1. There we go. And this will be manual focus +1. Look at that. And now, oh, hey, looky there. That worked. All right. Super. Man, one thing that drives me totally bonkers about the Stream Deck is that I guess I'll export save profiles, backup all, create backup. There we go. Yep, that's today. Uh-oh, what have I done? Here, I'll change this. We'll rename this one to Hard Fork Solo Cock. You know what? I'm just going to say Solo Cock because I'm talking about the cockpit. So then, let's see what else is possibly broken in here. So at this point on Cam 4, we got up, down. Yep, that's all correct. Although we have 2 of these. Oh, I need to disable gesture control for that one. That's what that should be. This one, instead of human tracking mode, we want gesture control. I want all of them off. No, that's not it at all. Okay, I'll leave it. I'll leave it as nothing. Well, I guess I'll do human tracking mode. We'll do upper body. All right, so then I think that means bot 4 is now 100% functional. That works, and then we can set these. So I can go over here, or here, or here. Great. So those are all correct. And then now 3 is an interesting one because it's mapped to media. Oh, I know exactly what I need to do. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. This is the one I was just about to do when the dogs attacked yesterday. Oh, Banterat. Yeah, you guys, it was from the show that's not possible to do anymore. Yeah, EVP Oh, that's, yeah, I guess we can go back to that. Sorry, you guys caught me all interested in tweaking knobs and dials. Yeah, so EVP, I'll give you a hint. It works on schmation. And it used to be that cell phone cameras were reliably bad. Their CCDs would not use just the visible spectrum of light. They would cheat a bit and get some light from outside of the visible spectrum. And I remember watching an Apple keynote, and I'm just sitting there watching as Steve Jobs turns straight down the camera and says, "And now a special message for you, Brian Brushwood. Your trick is broken. It worked very well with iPhones. No longer. First, your trick will not work with iPhones. Then later, it will not work with Androids. Then it will not work at all. And then you'll have to rethink the entire thing." Also, that whole EVP scene, that had a moment of being, kind of, in fact, actually, let me show you guys the trailer that I put together back in the day. Here, let me mute this. If we go to YouTube, man, EVP was great. It was the best. Brian Brushwood, EVP trailer. Yeah. Here we go. We'll full screen this biz. There we go.
You guys think you saw something? What did you guys see? What did you guys see? Did it look like a face? Or not?
That didn't work.
Are you alone?
I want everyone who has a cell phone camera to lift it up, and I actually want you to watch the videotape through the cell phone camera this time.
Yeah, dude. That was some J-horror shit right there. Back in the day. So the part of the phenomenon of EVP working was that I knew for sure that not everybody was going to see it on the phone. In fact, the first time I did the trick, it broke my stage show. I put it in the middle of the show and I was never able to get the audience back. The reaction was so big and electrified. There are multiple things. First of all, it works on most of the phones, but I would have everybody pull out their phone, hold it up. I just wanted that cool visual of looking like a U2 concert at the time. And I said, everybody who has a cell phone with a camera, come up to the front. And they would make this giant mosh pit right at the front area where everybody was physically gathered together. And the rules of social dynamics pivot a little bit in that situation when you're shoulder to shoulder, kinesthetically out of your comfort zone. And so I would tell the ghost story and play it. And then when it happened, either you would see it on your phone and you missed the chance to get a photo of it, or the person next to you saw it and they got a photo, so you look over it. But the point is, at that moment, there's only two categories of people. There's people who the trick worked on their phone, and there are people who want to know what they missed. And because they knew that they missed something, then that was, again, you want to withhold information. That's when I would make my misdirecting promise. I would say, how many of you saw a face? And so I show a picture of loosely what it's supposed to look like up on the screen. And then I point out, my lie, which is if you watch it backwards, you'll be able to see exactly what everybody saw. And of course, again, just like the Mr. Happy Pants routine, primed with a very clear expectation that is utterly surprised and subversive when it happens. And of course, at the time, as you guys correctly identified in the chat, this was definitely a time that EVP and Screamers were having a moment online as well. So that was a familiar trope. And I'd never gotten hate mail until I started doing this routine. And once I got the hate mail, it was like, I was confused because it was all like, your show's bad, you're terrible, you should feel bad about yourself. And then it's like, how dare you scare everyone like that? And I was like, I get it now. So I began to have to prime the audience by making it very clear before the trick began that it's like, look guys, if you're not a fan of scary movies, if you don't like, screaming and being terrified, now's a real good time to go take a potty break while the grown-ups do some awesome stuff. All right, are we all cool? Great. So there's an implicit agreement at the beginning, and then we get through the trick, and then at the end, we get the gotcha, and then that's when I have to get back on their side. If the reason for that story where the kid says, you suck, is quite simply to burn 90 seconds to let the audience calm down and get the wiggles out as they head back to their seats so that we could do the big finale at the end of the show. Yeah. That was the idea. It is early YouTube all over again. Oh, yeah. You guys were worried about getting hit with the screamer again. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. Okay, so look. This part of the program is up to you guys. I've got my to-dos, and I could do them without the stream going, or I could just keep going. But if I'm going to keep going, then you guys have been crushed by FNAF. Yeah, I wonder if jump scares kind of work at all. But of course, real life jump scares in a theater. The jump scare is entirely based on whether or not you're able to seduce people into a place of being in state. I mean, that's what horror movies are, right? Is getting you primed, getting you to that point where you have goosebumps, and then, surprising you, shocking you. But look, as I'm trying to say, but you guys keep distracting me. I got stuff I need to do in terms of setting up these buttons, but I need you guys to cover for me for everybody coming in asking what's going on. So if you guys will cover for me, I'll continue to work on this shit. Which means, so what that, okay, so gesture mode is good. Oh, that's right. This is the input that I was going to be working on. So what I want, let's go back to this one. We're going to go to shortcuts. And then we're going to do shoot. Maybe next. Next input. Oh, function. Aha! Preview input previous. Look at that. Past Brian was already on it. Yeah, so we got two of these. Preview input, put previous. EF88A. Oh, wait. You guys can't really see that unless I zoom in even more. Yeah. I don't like how fast all that's moving around. You're messing with me. Oh, wait. This guy... I guess I gotta fix that too. Compensation. Adjust webcam. That's gonna be QWOP. compensation. Oh, great. It's called EV up. Yeah. All right. Oh, look at that. Well, isn't that nice? Great. Now you can actually see all that stuff. So that's another one fixed. Hard fork solo cock. Okay, so we like zoom. We like autofocus, manual focus. We like compensation. And then this one takes us back home. Guys, I think we're doing it. Yep. And then this one. Yep. I like that too. And then we've got, in fact, I'll set this as 3. Then this can become that, or that, or that. Great. Heck yeah. Good job, gang. Good job. So now we can get back to this one now that you can actually see it. In fact, I bet we could zoom in even more. That's right. Ooh, those are fast on those pivots. All right. Nick Rat Radio. No, I'm not in New York right now. We just wrapped up the New York performance of episode 15 of Scam School. And now we're in bonus time, wherein Brian is fixing things. Okay, so this one. Let me see if I can set that. And say okay. Preview input for previous. Hey, that works. Great. So preview input. Next, we're going to clone. And then this one. We'll make that next. Yeah, this is what we were up to exactly when the dogs burst in yesterday. And then is it fade? Yeah, this one, I guess, clone this one, change this. Okay, so now in theory, check this out. Here, this hand is up here, and I'll only use this. I can select other content. Let's go to this one. And then I just click it. Hey! Oh, so now the question is, do I want to do a fancy transition or just a hard cut? I'll do a hard cut. But then this guy over here is not being used for anything. So I'll add. So let's see, what is A doing right now? Okay, so it's merged. Let me clone this one. I'll double click that, and then we'll change it to this guy here. And in fact, I'll change the name of this one so we can change it. Let's go this. We'll go to this guy. This guy's name is Hard Cut. And then this guy will be all like Merge Cut. I'll say Groovy Cut. Well, that just made it even worse, didn't it? There you go. Actually, you know what's a 4-letter word that's the opposite of hard? Soft. Soft X-Fur. And then we can make this go back to this consistent size. There we go. So now, check this out. Yo, watch this. Oh, what's that? Let me just select another thing here. I'm going to select this one. And then I'll do... Oh, it didn't work. Oh, wait. That's right. I have to assign this. Whoops. There it is. Yeah. So now... Ooh la la. Yeah. Well, I don't see why not to have it be the same thing on this. Yeah. So here, watch this. And now I'll go to Stream Deck. And I'll copy this one. Go back up. Oh, wait. I still have to set them up because vMix doesn't remember. vMix doesn't know what those things are. But now I could go to, let's see, find me this one. There you go. Let me clone it. And then let me assign this to that. And then previous input. Oh, look at this, guys. Now I can cycle through these over here or these over here. And if I want to make it nice and smooth, I could do this. Yeah. And then just hit it again to go back. Or I can make hard cuts. Let's see. Yeah, watch this. Ooh, fancy. Yeah. All right, I do like that. That all seems universal. So now, okay, so cam 4, this guy, we like all the way down. Oh, wait, no, we don't. Because here we have contrast, saturation, color temperature. Where's compensation? Okay. Yeah, we do have focus. Okay. But down here, I guess these are fine. I don't know why I'd want to mess with contrast or saturation on this. Or color temperature for that matter. But they're there. Whoa. Okay, whatever it is, I'm messing things up. So I'm not going to worry about that. And then meanwhile, bot 3, I'm not worried about because I'll find a use for that. In general, I do just want to be able to switch to that and back. And then in bot 2, that's this guy. I would love to... Okay, in this land, we do want no gesture control. And to decide on this, we liked this EV up and down. This guy's good, and this guy's good. So these are all correct. Ah, pan speed. Great. Well, that's very fast. I don't think that's right. Let me go into Stream Deck and see what this looks like. So in this case, let's see, we're in turbo. This guy right here. Oh yeah, it says pan speed, but it's not. Pan tracking speed. Preset switching speed. Pan tracking speed. Okay. There's 10. That might be for the auto follow, but that's fine. It needs to be there anyway. Preset speed. Yeah, let's make sure that one's set. Property. Preset switching speed plus or minus 1. Yeah. Yeah, so here we go. Watch this. Here's preset 1 switch, right? Oh, how leisurely. But then if I crank it up, watch this. Preset 2. What? What? Who's where? That's beautiful. Another one unlocked. In fact, now that one informs what I want to do on this last one. Guys, I think after almost a year, we finally are filling out the ultimate control thing. So this guy's all wrong. So what was it on the other one? It was manual and autofocus, zoom and EV up. So now we want the same thing. Manual and autofocus. Okay. So we'll do this. Switch this. ITD DO. Autofocus. Where's autofocus? There you go. Autofocus mode. Continuous? No, that's not what I did before. What did I do on the other one? Here, let's go back out. So this one, autofocus on off. Well, that's what I want. I like that one. Let's switch that. In fact, now we're going to go to autofocus. Yeah. No, I don't want autofocus mode. Autofocus on off. There it is. And then here, manual focus, -1. Pop. And this is manual focus, +1. Beautiful. So now, oh wait, we have to get me in there. So that means, hold on, without looking, I can go do something like this. Oh, that's the one I'm on. We can go to this one. There we go. And then I could be in here. And then that's autofocus in the back. Manual focus to the front. There we go. And then this is autofocus on. Here, let me do rack focus. Wow. Got it. So then zoom we like, and it has compensation, but that's not the right one. Aha! Not today, Satan. You're messing it up. Okay, so on 2, it's EV up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this one. Compensation +1. And now we're gonna go to 1. Compensation +1. Wait a tick. No, hold on. How can that be how could that be the way it was? This guy on QWOP just says compensation and +1, but it came up with EV up. So maybe if I try deleting this one, here, I'll put a shortcut here, and then I'll put an adjust webcam there, and it's ITD. What? Why are there 2 of these? That's weird. Oh, I know why. I know why, because this is UV something or other mode that it's in right now. Interesting. Let's see what this one says. Yeah. Now it says EV up, but it's arguing, it's going to argue. Well, interesting. This is a fight I've never seen before. Here, let me switch this to media will become pop. There we go. Yow. Okay, so in theory, this EV up. Yep. All right. Yeah. That EV up works great, except for oh dear. No, I guess that's fine. But now I'm fighting with it. I think I'm fighting with it. I think that there's 2 modes that are competing now. That's not great. But I know that the EV up is... Now let's see what happens if I leave this here. See if it brightens up at all. Sometimes it'll take a little bit and just sit. Okay. So this is EV up at 6. Yep, I guess I'll just have to wing it. That's what I signed up for, though. Hopefully we got balanced. Okay, so that's way too much on. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what the EV up is. Let's do this. I'm working with OBS Bot Tail 2s in UVC mode and vMix. I'm also configuring Stream Deck buttons, and I've noticed that there are multiple devices showing up when on the Stream Deck when it comes to setting compensation for brightness. What is the difference in compensation modes between tail_2N versus tail_U? They show up as different devices with different ways of interacting with the brightness adjustment layer. Sure. And then for context, I'll give screenshots out. There we go. I'm sure that made perfect sense to the robots. Thank you, robots. USB video class controls, generic camera, that's the U. Okay. N is on the native. Native, got it. So U is for USB and N is for native. I don't know this camera, but there's a knob anyway. Yep, that tracks. Got it. Yes, that is also correct. That is also correct. Use this for that. Avoid. Yes, correct. That's also great. Yeah, so I don't want to use the U. So now that also helps me in. Great. Cool. All right. Plot 2, EV up. And then in the deeper layer, we got preset speed, pan speed, and there we go. Preset speed, pan speed, and color temperature. Now I'm gonna sit tight. There we go. And on the second level here, okay, so one more time. Preset speed, pan speed, and color temp. I don't know about color temp. But it's definitely not contrast. We're not doing contrast. Preset speed. Preset switching speed. Yep, there it is. Great. Great. And then the other one was color temperature. Is that right? Yeah, color temp. Which I don't care about. Guys, I think we did it. Oh, no. No, there's a whole other menu. We have to set the stop starts and all that stuff. Although I think I can avoid that. I'll get to that another time. All right, let's check the agenda. Gemini says that my daily drive is a Cybertruck, and I've often said how much I love it and how your dream car is a DeLorean. Is she right? I'll never tell, but the answer is no. Don't you try to step between me and my beloved Jeep. Oh, hey, we got G. James B. Yeah, here we go. That's true. I gotta set up the star wipe, of course. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's look at that. Okay, so I updated the buttons. I haven't added a stinger. I may come back later. I'll just be on the night attack channel. See, look at that. It got all dark again. I don't think I should have messed with this EV. Let me see. I'm going to have to do this one now. Let's see. Oh, am I messing with exposure settings and not thinking about it? Okay, so right now it says EV. Okay, EVZ. Okay, here we go. Here's all we have to remember. We have to remember EV up is 0 at 9. 9 is in the middle. So if 9 is 0, yeah, okay. This tracks. I don't know why I was being stupid about it. 18 is all the way up. 9 is even. So it goes 0 to 18, and 9 is in the middle. That's all I have to remember. And I'll do that on... So this one I just made slightly... This one I made slightly dark. Or slightly boosted. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Very cool. All right, so I'll leave that in UVC mode. Yeah, so I may come back later to work on multiple buses. And when we do, I'll make sure to say howdy to you guys. Oh! I almost said something I'm not supposed to say yet. There's going to be a premiere. We're going to have a premiere for World's Greatest Con. That I'm figuring out exactly what that live event will look like. But Justin will come on by and we'll figure out something fun to do while we all do a listen party for World's Greatest Con. That'll be tomorrow. Until then, I'm going to go to a birthday party. Bye, guys.